In the bustling city of Amrapur, there lived a young man named Karan. He had everything a person could wish for: wealth, success, and good health. Yet, he often found himself feeling empty. When things went well, he feared they would change. When things went wrong, he became frustrated and anxious. He constantly asked himself, why is happiness so temporary? Why do problems always steal my peace? One day, tired of his restless mind, Karan decided to seek wisdom. He had heard of a great sage, Swami Raghavan, who lived in a distant mountain village. People said the sage knew the secret to eternal happiness. Determined to find answers, Karan set off on a journey. After days of travel, Karan reached a wide river. As he tried to cross, a storm began, and strong waves pushed him back. Frustrated, he sat on the riverbank, wondering how to move forward. Just then, an old fisherman approached and said, "The river will not stop for you. If you want to cross, either wait patiently for the storm to settle or learn to swim through the waves." Karan realized that just like the river, life would always have difficulties. Instead of fighting against problems, he needed to accept them and move forward. With patience, he waited for the storm to calm and successfully crossed the river. As Karan walked through a village near the mountains, he accidentally stepped on a farmer's field. The farmer grew furious and yelled at him. Karan felt insulted and was about to argue, but then he remembered the river's lesson. Instead of reacting with anger, he apologized sincerely. Seeing his humility, the farmer's anger melted, and he invited Karan for a meal. Karan understood another truth: happiness is not in proving oneself right, but in maintaining inner peace. After Karan had learned patience at the river and humility in the village, Swami Raghavan gave him a heavy sack filled with stones. "Carry this sack on your shoulders and walk up the hill. Only when you reach the top will I share the final secret to happiness," the sage instructed. Determined, Karan lifted the sack and began his climb. The path was steep, and with every step, the weight felt heavier. After some time, he grew exhausted. "Why am I carrying this useless burden?" he thought. At that moment, he noticed an old man walking freely up the same hill, carrying nothing. The man smiled and said, "Why don't you drop some of those stones?" Karan hesitated, but then he removed a few stones and continued walking. To his surprise, he felt lighter. After every few steps, he dropped more stones, and soon he reached the top with ease. The sage met him at the peak and asked, "How was your journey?" "At first, it was difficult," Karan admitted. "But it became easy when I let go of the extra weight." Swami Raghavan smiled. This is exactly how life works. Most people carry unnecessary burdens, past regrets, worries about the future, anger, and fear. If you learn to let go, you will walk through life with ease and happiness. Clouds come and go, but the sky remains unchanged. Happiness is like the sky, it is always within you. Problems, like clouds, may cover it temporarily, but they will pass. If you learn to observe life like the sky, nothing will disturb your peace. Karan finally understood the secret to happiness. It was not about avoiding problems, but about embracing every situation with patience, kindness, and gratitude. He returned home, but he was a changed man. He no longer feared difficulties, nor was he overly attached to success. He smiled at every challenge, knowing it was temporary. He found happiness not in perfect circumstances, but in his attitude toward life. Moral: true happiness comes from within. Accept life's ups and downs with patience. Respond to difficulties with kindness and always appreciate the present moment. Like the sky, let your inner peace remain untouched by passing troubles.